is PBS.
Old Friends, a classic boat show held every August in Racine, Wisconsin on the shores of beautiful Lake Michigan. If you like the classic mahogany runabouts from the 1920s to the 1960s, names such as Garwood, Hacker, Century, and Chris-Craft, then you'll enjoy the boat show. Many boats are inside a festival hall, while many other boats are outside on the water. A quick look at the show reveals a wide variety of boats from large motor sailors such as China Doll to classic runabouts like Sequel. In a minute, we will take a closer look at many of the unique boats, like Venture 2 here, built in 1947 by the Fisher brothers in Detroit. Here's the Ramona, built in 1911 by the Racine Boat Works. The show this year even included the African Queen from the famous movie popularized by Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn. Nor'Wester, an Alden schooner, was the largest and oldest sailboat featured in this year's show. Built in 1926, the 38-foot Nor'Wester displaces 26,000 pounds. Many boats sailed their way to the festival, other boats motored. Some boats, such as the African Queen, actually were trailered, in this case, all the way from Key Largo, Florida. Here, the African Queen is seen through the porthole of the Nor'Wester as she crosses Racine Harbor. The Luder 16 sails into the harbor, not wanting to be late. Some of the finish work on the old boats was amazing, as exemplified by this Sharpie design built by Bob, who proudly spent a couple of his years building her in the backyard. One of the more fascinating boats in the show, the steel schooner Anna Z, was designed by Jerry Mary Watts in the late 1940s. Owned by John Caldwell of Genoa, Illinois, the Anna Z was built by Matt Putra for cruising the Great Lakes. Matt named the boat Anna Lazinski in honor of his mother's maiden name.
And you build this?
Once in a while, I get myself a little project.
Oh, just a little project.
Well, it was a matter of ego.
Oh, that's lovely. Just lovely.
Come down?
Yes, I
Don't you like how handy?
Builder Matt Putra talks about building the boat, while owner John Caldwell shows the churches of Nor'Wester through the steel interior of the solid boat built strong enough to climb Cape Horn.
Coming by.
Nor'Wester, the grand dame of the show, is a beautiful 38-foot schooner designed by John Alden of Boston, Massachusetts. Built in 1926 for N.L. Thielinger, Commodore of the Milwaukee Yacht Club, Nor'Wester and her sister Annette sailed the Lake Huron's North Channel in Canada's Bay Fun. Restored over a 5-year period by owners Tom and Clara Church of Stoughton, Wisconsin, Nor'Wester proudly shows the quality of her restoration. Lifelong friend Ken Geyer of Madison, Wisconsin, partnered up with Tom and Clara to bring Nor'Wester back as the beauty she once was. Nor'Wester has a length on deck of 38 feet overall and displaces 26,000 pounds. Here she sails Lake Michigan, performing charter service and serves occasionally as an at-sea educational platform. Still wearing her original compass binnacle and now replete with a teak deck, there aren't many boats that have the character of Nor'Wester.
Oh, I know how to do a little bit of stuff.
Oh, we got needles down there.
We got to tape it first.
Since Tom and Clara's ownership, Nor'Wester's made numerous trips across Lake Michigan, both in fair weather and also in some incredible storms. But true to her character, she's weathered them well. Highland, a 34-foot launch built in 1910 by Philadelphia cabinet maker Ephraim Jones, was brought to Wisconsin by owner Lee Palmer of Pewaukee. Popularized by the 1951 movie starring Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn, the African Queen was discovered by director John Huston on Lake Albert in the Zaire, Uganda area of Africa. After serving as Humphrey Bogart's small riverboat, the S.L. Livingston, as she was originally named, returned to a humble life as a workboat. Piloted by Captain Tom Church of schooner Nor'Wester, the African Queen leads out of the Racine Harbor into the rolling waves of Lake Michigan. The passengers will always remember their voyage aboard the steam-powered African Queen. Clara Church of Nor'Wester served as ship's steward for the short voyage. Purchased in an auction in 1968, the African Queen was brought to North America. Owned today by retired attorney James Hendricks, she has made several trips back to Europe, and when not starring in boat shows, the African Queen may be seen at Hendricks Holiday Inn in Key Largo, Florida. Here you can see her one-cylinder steam engine in operation. Tops of Cotton, one of the first boats ever built by Wisconsin's own Red Nympheus, today is owned by Robert and Jean Jacobson of Inverness, Illinois. You can see the incredible workmanship in Tops of Cotton, built in 1934. Sequel, a gorgeous and beautiful 1928 Chris Craft runabout, was the fascinating sequel to a mystery solved by owners Bruce and Judy Rehnquist of Racine, Wisconsin. Powered by her original Chrysler engine, she makes an honest 30 knots through the water. Sequel, a rare and beautiful Chris Craft. A once-world Olympic-class yacht, this dragon was sailed into the show by John Sackerson and Scott Dryber of Cudahy, Wisconsin. Designed in 1928 by Johan Anker of Norway, the Dragon proved to be a delightful and fast beauty for many years. This particular Dragon, Mistral, was built in 1961, and you can see the amount of work that's gone into keeping her woodwork in such beautiful shape under those coats of varnish. The inner lagoon served as a show spot for the classic boats. Evenings were a great time to relax and watch the harbor action, including the ducks. Nights are magic at Old Boats, Old Friends. After a long day, there's nothing better than sitting on the boat, watching all of the multicolors bounce off of the water as the beautiful sounds of the Pops Ensemble of the well-known Racine Municipal Band come across the water to you. The band did a great job this year, and they played many features from the 1940s to the 1960s, the period when many of these boats were built and were new. On Sunday, the Midwest Navy Show Band came and took center stage with their 18-piece contemporary big band playing jazz standards from the misty dawn greeted those who overnighted on their boats. Looking reminiscent of a scene from Door County or from Maine, the Racine Harbor filled in with a gentle fog. Inside Festival Hall were found many gems from the past. Owned by Al Ketch, a native of Mequon, this Cayman Island fisherman was built by native craftsmen in 1911. It reveals a boat ideal for the shallow depths of the islands. Many unique and finely detailed models were represented at the show, representing tugboats, sailboats, and many ships, as well as a few lighthouses. Many of the models were made completely from scratch. The details of many of these boats was absolutely amazing. Mahogany powerboats, such as this Chris Craft Rogue, and Wouldn't It Be Nice, gleamed indoors. They're varnished like glass. News, Old Town of Maine, and others showed the detail of their cedar and ash construction. A few sailing canoes evoke Rob Roy and Nesma, early proponents of the sailing canoe. This Garwood, replete with leather upholstery, is powered by a flathead V8 engine. Garwood was a builder of fast, high-quality runabouts and cruisers. Gunther, Racine historian, displayed many early photographs of workboats and others built by the Racine Boat Works, a once prolific builder in the area. David Falzetti, executive director of the Schooner Wisconsin project, displays a scale construction model of the in-process schooner being built in Milwaukee on the waterfront. When completed, the three-masted Wisconsin will serve as an educational ship for both children and adults. The Wisconsin will also serve as a community ambassador sailing the Great Lakes. Miss Chicago was an early prototype of a boat that later became the planing speedboat with an early outboard. Restored by Robert and June Lieber as Sweet 16, a runabout built by T&T Boat. Coraloo, a beautiful small sailboat built in 1940, was also restored by Robert and June and shows the beautiful lapstrip construction work where the planks overlap each other. You can see from the beautifully varnished inside as well as the beautifully painted outside that the boat's in impeccable condition. Ladur is another beautiful example of lapstrake. This boat's spit rigged. The varnish and paintwork again are beautiful, as are her lines. Here's a speedster with fins evocative of a 1957 Cadillac. The craftsmanship on many of these boats was superb and amazing. A few boats arrived Friday evening, coming in late to the show. Here, a lovely home-built sloop returns from Lake Michigan. Brilliant in her chrome yellow, Venture 2, Sparkman and Stevens design, was built by Fisher Boats of Detroit in 1947. This beautiful sloop was owned by the Majuris partners of Elk Grove Village, Illinois. Venture 2 was restored to like-new condition by Ferd Nymphius of Wisconsin. Notice the impeccable woodwork. Venture 2 epitomized some of the fast boats built in the late 1940s. Notice her original compass binnacle and the beautifully restored teak decks. Old Boats, Old Friends is about classic boats. Here, friends Bill and John Caldwell reminisce and share some of their sailing adventures with some of their friends. There is plenty of good coffee. Would you like some? Yeah. Whether old boats or old friends, It's a great opportunity to reflect and a time to dream. Fun for all ages, Old Boats, Old Friends attracts boys and girls, men and women of all ages. It's a great opportunity to see boats of quality design and workmanship.
Yep. Over the show.
Well, they're decorated up like the Solomon Juno, named for Milwaukee's founder. This ocean-going tug looks right out of one of the children's books, or whether a lavish mahogany and teak motor sailor like China Doll. All of these boats are works of art in their own right. Notice some of the woodwork in this Century 1955 model. Or look at Pica 3 from Chicago, one of the last large Chris Craft cabin cruisers made. Old Boats, Old Friends shows a lot of beautiful workmanship. Home builds and restorations like Sequel. It's also about our maritime history. Boats internationally famed for their designers and class, as well as boats that made history starting out in the fishing trades, that inspired John Alden to design boats such as Nor'Wester, one of the last schooners sailing the Great Lakes. It's a relaxing good time. Here we see Captain Tom relaxing. Clara Church shares her boat with many friends. Young and old all have an interest in old boats, old friends. Join us again next year for Old Boats, Old Friends. As we cast off aboard Nor'Wester, bound for Milwaukee with Captain Tom and Clara Church, we look forward to another year, Old Boats, Old Friends.
But I want to shave. I have to put my shirt in.
Mommy, in that red building is the bathroom.
I don't want to. There's a bathroom.
Yeah.
See how it happens. We have to see truly turn. Don't do it. some half day, Fritz.
Where it's happening. Except it's in better shape.
On the partnership.
I'm sure several home built.
Clara relaxes in the top.
Wonderful in here. Yeah, it doesn't feel
Yeah, I took the tour of your boat. Well, you know, that gives it...
if I got a list,
You got
42 feet, and there's one seat on the entire boat. And I put that on, it's in front of the nav station. Otherwise, there's
when you
not
go down and you get sick, you should have forgot about that seat. You should have put that on top.
Remember Robert Hall with his plain iron, what is it? Plain iron wraps?
You're more than welcome. If I'm not on the boat, just go right on in. No.
Tom?
You want to get a picture?
Hi, Judy!
Finally!
Hi, kids!
Hi!
I thought you were a duck that had, you know, a little bit of...
Take that car! Okay. Sunday. You're not a gas.
It had to say it was, you know, I think it's not any longer than
Well, that's it.
Too much work. I like to sit back.
I know.
Yeah, me too. I get scared. We were in a sailboat, a swim sailboat on Lake Geneva last year. It's like, oh my god, oh my god. You know, you gotta keep moving back and forth. And it was just a lot of work.
Bring this bag up.
You relax, Tom?
Relax, yeah.
So I suppose you guys...
Any coffee in that thermos?
There is plenty of good coffee. Would you like some?
Service?
Yep.
Sure would.
Our shoe was built, the same designer, John O, out on the East Coast, 1924.
Build many. What was the name of it? Must be his
Over here.
Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, we could have gone over the show, but I forgot how nice it was just to sit here.
That might be fun to go see what's in there, you know?
Yeah,
Yep.
over.
Over at the show.
Reminds me of old times on this boat.
Old times?
Old times. Ooh, is that deep down there? Is that ever deep down there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott, did you? Oh, you're busy.
Oh, I'm fine, thanks, Claire.
This, you don't take this out, but you leave this in here, huh?
We leave it in because you always, sailing does, if you leave it in, if you're sailing, like you got 2 more boards going, but if you're sailing, if all of a sudden, say that a big wind hit you or you were at high waves and they came over, the water wouldn't come down here. And it never happens more than once every 10 years, if that, but one time we had it out, and that's when the great big wave came in. So we always leave it in. It's just something that if you leave it in always, you never have to worry.
You get used to this.
Yeah, go down backwards.
Coffee.
And go down backwards. He'd like to. Send around the world? Yeah. Tell them what you always would like to do when in 1900, year 2000.
October 31st, 1999. That'll be at the intersection of International Date Line. Half of your boat will be in one country, half will be in the next one. Middle of summer, half will be in the middle of winter, half will be one day, half will be the next day. Goes on and on.
Talked about that for 20 years now.
Well, are you
Start acting on it pretty soon.
Down there when you had your boat,
Yeah.
huh? It's just like our boat was a lot like that down there.
Single trip?
Down below.
Down
Yeah, isn't Smokies? Is that your state?
In Madison. Oh, yes, the one with the
fantastic
Yeah.
atmosphere.
None.
No, the tacky atmosphere.
The tacky.
We called there, we were there in May, and we called and said, is it okay to come dressed casual?
The crow's nest up there,
Yeah,
love those things.
yeah, we don't like to go up there very often, though. It's too scary up there.
Probably it was a trawler out of Saugatuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pay her. Can I pay him?
Clara, enjoy yourself.
Give
Give us a good shove and throw the rope aboard. Because I'd like to have him miss that catamaran there.
There you go.
We got to tell him.
Yeah, he's good. Come on up here. This is the most fun I had in a long time.
Until the land.
Come on and sit down. You mind a little wet? Just
Do
say
we blow the
Humphrey
whistle?
Bogart lived
Hit
out
it.
here for 3 months with Catherine Hepburn.
I'm looking for the jungle on both sides.
We're going to blow the whistle. It's noisy.
Hit it.
Go right now. Yes. It's wet from the rain. Yeah, they didn't pay for me yet, though. That I did pay for.
Go out. You're free.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Should have seen her fill this water with a bucket of water. Boiler with a bucket of water.
That's why he loves me.
Well, no problem.
Oh, that's a little car, Steve.
See the boat coming? The car coming, honey?
Bet you can't take it out.
See a hand pump, bilge pump, a hand bilge pump?
Probably just a hand bucket.
A hand pump. Oh, wow, it's on lake, too.
I think we should put it in the water. Now get down deep, though. It shouldn't be.
You want,
I didn't mean to put
what
it to work like that.
bucket you want? That one's got sand. You want to put it in the sand one, or which one you use to put it in?
I can't make those big decisions.
Well, I guess the lake's got sand.
It's charcoal.
You get it down, it's clear off right. Don't bump it right off the top. It's too greasy.
Yeah, you gotta go soak it.
I put my hat on?
Yeah, line on it.
My Catherine Hepburn.
Take a look.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Doesn't work, Pat.
Doesn't work.
But,
I had to get a big straw.
coffee can.
What is it?
That's, it is, but
Sure, yeah.
yeah, you just not thinking.
Cold anyway, so you get that water. We'll hear about
Yeah,
that.
but you know that you swam ahead, and they were in the water for about 4 or 5 hours, and a boat was coming out of Williamsburg Harbor here, and they picked them up, and they called the Coast Guard, and a helicopter came in, and Dave, the one with the owner, he's real thin and tall, he's almost 6'5", and he had had the flu kind of before he left, so he got delirious out there, and he said his brother and a cousin was trying to get him in, and he said, you boys got children, I can't make it. Take my life jacket, so he took his life jacket out. And then he passed out.
Yeah.
But they got his life jacket back on, and those boys, that water was like 62.
Yeah,
They got him in, and his body temperature was 85 when the helicopter took him to the hospital.
Lucky they come around.
Oh, the doctor said you're going to live to be 105.
If you can live through this, yeah.
If you could live through that cold. And I can't believe that anybody lived Lake Michigan for like, they figured that. They won't say how many hours it went. Some people say 4, some people say 6. They really don't know for sure what time it went down. And then that boat, it's a John Older too, and it isn't a schooner, I can't remember what it is. But they said it went down, all the sails on it sat on the bottom. And
Went straight down, huh?
When they
Brought it up?
raised you know, then they had a diver go down there and he was taking a video, and he said it was very, looked like it was sailing on the bottom. Oh, it was just gorgeous. They raised it. They went to the show in Chicago, and I guess the boat looked beautiful. Everybody was saying with what boats, they said maybe we should all sink our boats and sail
First,
next
seal them up,
door.
yeah. Seal them up.
That's right.
That's beautiful.
What's your name?
Clara.
Clara. We have no...
Then I have to put something in it.
He wants it. Give him the horn. Here he comes. He's got a whistle.
That's rude, though, isn't it?
Let them know you're coming.
If you were at the amphitheater at Summerfest and you were a pro and flew inland, you go right over our boat, right by the arch. Yeah. And so, yeah, we're right by the amphitheater. Really easy to find. But you know, people don't go off 100-foot schooner and they're having education. And we got involved with teaching. So we've been on television, we've been in the newspaper, Tom's on their brochure. In fact, in the building there, they've got a booth just before the women's bathroom. And then it's his picture with we taught in June in her floor, and they had 37 students. We'd get 6 students on board. And then we had a cameraman and from the journal and from TV6. And then they just say, you need to teach. Yeah, oh, they love it. Oh, they love it. They just love it. They had an education classroom on land. We were the hands-on.
Oh, goodness. That takes them.
I see it. That's pirate color, isn't it?
Well, where's the colors? They're always black.
Oh, this is nice. Let's go around again.
Yeah. One more time.
One more time.
But to get out of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this. Oh, my leg, you close your eyes and you
You can hear it. Now we're floating.
Did you?
You never tire of it, do you?
Nope.
Never tire of it.
I have a... Let's see, I use
You got a boat? Oh, what do you need?
See, this makes a nice flat.
Oh. You see that?
Now you need us to catch it?
No, I don't want anybody to catch any.
Okay. Stay so. See, I'm good at it.
Good listening
Right, the
first.
first thing you do is reach out and shake hands. I don't have my lines set. Don't look at your mouth. I'm going to try it.
Going through it?
It's fun when he has trouble.
It's more fun
This
than
is
if
like
yeah, it's more fun than if everything
Just like in the movie.
If you're going up too fast, we're getting commercial. That's the way she is?
They've never had an accident.
Good to see land.
And you build this?
Once in a while, I get myself a little project.
Oh, just a little project.
Well, it was a matter of ego.
Oh, that's lovely. Just lovely.
Come down.
Yes, I
Don't you
am.
like how handy? Huh?
Shaped galley. Sink right here on a 45 on the center line.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Cutting board, and then I got a gimbal.
Yeah, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Oh, Claire. We're just going to get some videotape of the Nor'wester here. Oh, I'm fine, thanks, Claire. Yeah.
on the... And when you get on the feet slip on. When you go down. Oh, your feet will slip on.
1926, that's your grandma was born.
Oh, yeah?
Difference?
5 to 6 footers out there.
Oh, that's great.
You can't find the guy, John left.
Sure to take holes.
Okay. We've got
lighthouse? The white one? Huh?
Tristan Jones, a Welsh sailor, author, adventurer, has sailed more miles in small sailboats than any other human in history. He has written 10 thrilling, inspiring books on his adventures and numerous magazine articles. Tristan, shown here in this rare footage aboard the sailboat Barbara, has survived storms and the ravages of war which have sunk 5 boats from under him. But this non-swimmer is a tenacious survivor, most recently recovering from the loss of a leg. We interviewed Tristan in New York City during his attempt to sail eastward around the world with his mate, Thomas Ettenhuber, in his trimaran, Outward Leg. As Tristan rarely appears on camera, this is a truly unique encounter with one of the world's greatest old salts.
There is no such thing as a literate sailor. There's literate bastards and there's sailors. There's no such, the two can not be combined. I am Captain Jekyll and Admiral Hyde. Here I am.
How so?
Because I have to split the two sides of my life up so much, and it's very, very difficult and very hard work. To be a captain, and a good captain, I hope, is a profession in itself, just to maintain your own end up. But then to have to express it on top of that, I don't know how I do it. I don't know. There must be some kind of magic, mystical magic working somewhere, and I don't know where the hell it comes from or where it goes to, but it does.
Is there a source to your inspiration?
Yes. Every time an American says to me, "Do you have a ghostwriter?" There's the source for my inspiration. There's the destiny of his immediate, irredeemable death. And that's true, they do. They say to me, "Do you have a ghostwriter?" I have not even had an editor. I've just written 2 books without once looking at a bloody dictionary. I was 7,000 miles from the nearest decent library. But it's there. Both of them. One of them's called The Outward Leg, which was written behind the Iron Curtain in a miserable place called Varna, Bulgaria, the arsehole of Europe. And the other one was written in a place called Castellarizo. It is a Greek place. It's the easternmost Greek island of the lot. It's on the south coast of Turkey. And I says to Ettenhuber, "Right, you nip over to Cyprus and collect the mail," which took him 2 weeks, during which time the terrorists attacked the yacht. And I just sat there and I plunked away with those 2 fingers and I wrote a book. And I didn't write it for me. I wrote it for you and because I was hungry. And it's a good one. And I only wish to Christ I could get over here in October when it is born. Because that is some baby, that one. The others I look upon, I guess like a man would look upon sons or children with certain defects, slight defects, right?
They're never satisfied.
But this one, he's a beauty, mate. This one is gonna rip the biggest hole ever in the bloody Iron Curtain. And they'll never be able to sew it up again. And I give you my Welsh word on that. Well, I read Shakespeare and Joyce, of course. I don't read much modern literature because I
It's too involved. It's post-Freudian, and I'm not. I'm pre-Freudian. If some cocaine-sniffing Viennese idiot is going to tell me that I do something because I was in love with my dad, he's wrong. I hated the old bastard. And it is wrong. I believe sincerely that the reason that the dinosaurs are extinct is because they were too bloody big to get into the ark. There's nothing magical about it. There's nothing mystical. There's nothing moronic about it. It's 1 + 1 makes 2. I don't find trouble. I don't look for it. It sometimes comes across my path. And when it does, it's in trouble. Because I believe in solutions. Sure, there are problems. My whole bloody life has been problems, one after the other. But there's solutions.
Good philosophy.
Well,
It's good philosophy.
there's no alternative, mate. If you deny that, you deny my existence and the existence of everybody else around you. We are here for problems. That's what being alive, being a human being means. It's not pursuing bloody happiness. It's pursuing solutions. If something's not quite right, let's bloody well put it right. Let's inspect it. Let's hang it out to dry. Let's give it a real good going over. And that's why I'm very happy to be in America. The only thing I want to try to do is to stop airport personnel, when you're sitting in a wheelchair, saying to the guy that's pushing the wheelchair, has he got his ticket? And I whack him over the legs with my stick and I say, hey mate, it's my bloody leg I've lost, not my head. That's what I want to stop. Stop treating people with a limb missing like they've got half their heads missing. Because there's some very, very intelligent, beautiful, wonderful people who can't get around quite as agilely as Thomas Ettanuba. There's some very good people.
Good sailors?
And good sailors and good navigators. Don't throw them away. Don't throw them away by treating them as if they were the last in line for brains.
I think sailing is something that most handicapped people can do.
Sure, because you don't do it on your feet, you do it on your ass. You do. How often do you walk around in a sailing boat, for Christ's sake? I've been sitting down for all my life. I've been sitting down since the age of 6. And when I wasn't sitting down, I was lying down. And I was loving it. They're very, very good. They can stick at a job much more than men. And some women get a little bit wrought up when I say that because it makes me sound as if I'm saying that they are better at repetitive jobs. And they are. They're much better than men. If I say to you, right, you do that and keep doing it until I tell you to stop, something in you, by the very fact of being a man, is going to say, that silly old bastard's got me doing this, whatever it is. But a woman is going to say, the captain said to do this, and so do this I shall. Because she can see sense. Not many men can because they're bold getting away with their brains. It's true. Sure, I've sailed with some fantastic sailors. and some of the best have been women. Not many, but some. Two. One of them was an excellent sailor. The other one was sort of, what shall we say, half-hearted. But that's only because she was in love with me. And for that, even I will forgive her. Novelist. She's not. She's a bloody navigator. And she's a good one. She's the reason why I would never race. I've never raced. I'm not good enough to race. I've got a job beating my bloody self, for Christ's sake. Why should I beat anybody else? And what you are hearing are the three most important words that any captain can ever say. I don't know. If you get a captain who's full of shit and he's burbling on and on and on, he's got an answer for everything, you watch out, mate. If you got a captain that can turn and look at you straight in the eye and say, I don't know, that's the one to aim for. Swimming? Ducks swim. Ducks don't write books.
You've been sunk a number of times. How did you survive without being able to swim?
Well, rafts, bits of wood, pieces of paper, admirals, a couple of spare admirals' hats around.
Times the greatest fear was when you thought Maggie Thatcher was going to board your boat or something. What was that all about?
Oh, no, I was joking about that. I mean, she's all right. Maggie's all right, except that she doesn't like my minor friends, and I do. Some of the most interesting literate evenings in the world you can spend in a Welsh miners' club. And that bitch has the audacity, or should I say as a Welshman, should I say the gall, to call my people the enemy within. Oh, well, I was pursued by a whale who had designs on my virtue, and he was 82 feet long. There's photographs on board the boat, and that whale was about twice as long as this, a little bit, about another third as long as this bar. And he weighed all of 200 tons, and he was a finback, and he was alone. And when you see a whale alone, you might be in trouble, because he's slowly going nuts, because he's panting out his sexual endeavors all over the Atlantic Ocean. And suddenly he comes across this thing with a white bottom, the same as he's got, because he's white underneath. So was my boat. And he courted us. And mate, I shit myself for 5 hours, because he was coming within 1 millimeter of my boat's bottom. He was playing every trick that you masculine devils can imagine, because he's found a ready-made family, and he's going to get it, right? And who's on that family? Yours truly, crapping myself at the wheel. So what you do, you turn on the radio, and you sit there like an idiot with a hammer, banging the wheel to make noise. Now, the Englishman's saying, as Englishmen will, rather embarrassing, isn't it? I don't know about embarrassing, but it's bloody big.
Being a trimaran, he probably thought he had 3.
He did. He thought he had a ready-made family because the boat was white, the same as a finback is. So never paint your boat white underneath.
Have you changed the color?
Yes, mate, we're red.
Have you been attacked by whales before? Had problems with
Oh, yeah. I've been attacked by whales before, but not as romantically as this bugger off the Azores. Because he was really after his onions, that was. When I was in New York in May of 1984, very, very penniless, very, very, very short, the people in the North Star pub at the South Street Seaport looked after me very, very well. There was always a couple of beers, there was always a meal on the side. And they arranged with them Watney's Red Barrel Brewery. And Watney's Red Barrel Brewery says, hey, you're a great guy. We're going to fix you up when you get to London. We're going to give you a free berth. We're going to give you a hotel room. You want to write a book, we'll give you facilities. We've got it. Right, lads, says I. They says, when are you going to be in London? Now, mark you, this is May the 20th, 1984. I says, I'm going to be there at the high tide of August the 30th. Okay. I break my Welsh balls to get there at high tide. Sail with about 1,000 people. And I can only think of 2 of them that I would not sail with again.